Hi guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, this I want to have interview my wife. I want to ask her.
Welcome to our TED Talk.
Oh yeah, our pep talk. Welcome to the Anointed Pep Talks.
Pep or TED? TED Talk. TED.
Yeah, it's pep talks, not pep.
Whatever. Pep TED.
Any talk, not talk. So all right, this morning I will ask my wife. Baby, I want to ask you some questions about marriage. You understand? So let me start with. You got married on May 21st this year, and this is about 6 months or 5 months that you've been married. So you married for about 5 months. What are your experiences like? What are your experiences so far? 5 months in marriage, like how has it been for you?
7 months in marriage, point of correction. So
wow, that's...
for me, marriage is one of my greatest blessings.
Wow, blessings.
Getting married to my husband is one of my greatest achievements this year.
Are you serious?
Yes, I hear people say marriage is not an achievement. For me, it is an achievement.
Wow.
Getting married to someone like my husband is an achievement. Yes.
I am that
Odogu Male. Yes, I'll say that with my full chest.
My God.
Getting married to someone like my husband is, in fact, is a blessing.
Wow.
Yes. So many people know my husband to be a calm person, a playful person. If you know my husband, you would know that he's a very free person. He's a calm person, no be wala person. He can't survive where there is strife. But I'm the one enjoying more. So I just want to say that this year has been one of my best years because I got married to my husband. Because it is him. Yeah, I don't know if it was someone else, but because it is him.
Sorry. Come on.
Because it is him. So yeah, my experience has been roller coaster. Marriage is full of ups and downs. Yes, we have our downtimes. In fact, we fight a lot. We argue a lot. I'm an Indaboski. But
I'm a peacemaker. My wife is not a preacher of love.
What do you mean by that?
I'm a peacemaker.
So
the Bible says, "Blessed are the peacemakers."
Oh, so me, I'm not blessed.
God. Me, I've seen God.
Me, I've seen God to the. Okay, I've seen you. I've seen God. So
that's it. You said it all. So this is your first Christmas
as a wife.
So how was it like?
Yeah, my first Christmas as a wife. It's a good experience. So I had it in mind that I was going to cook for my department in church. And as we all know the way the economy is, but me and my husband have learned to trust God, and we have learned to, no matter the situation everywhere, it is all well with us. So when I told my husband I was going to cook for certain people, I want to do this and that, the fact that he supported the notion, in fact he gave me money to make sure that it goes well, to make sure that I make what I had in mind. It means a lot to me. He didn't see it as a big deal, but for me it means a lot. It's very rare for you to say, man, that you say, okay, babe, I want to do this for people. Like, and he will say, okay, you can go ahead. Like, in fact, he was like, okay, have you bought this? Have you bought that? So for me, it has been an experience. It has been beautiful.
Wow,
marriage is beautiful if you are with the right person.
You're not looking shiny. You're looking bang. So your husband is taking care of you.
Hey, what's the useful to kill me? So before I got married, I usually don't eat. I don't eat much. But my husband,
Physiologist.
Baba they chop.
That means your husband has capacity to.
Oh my gosh. Clear the plates. So he forces me to eat.
Okay.
And now I can say I've improved.
And you've added weight.
Thank you.
You see, you'll be eating. And then you are looking more beautiful.
Your next question.
Okay, my next question is that people have this fear of this fear of getting married is like it's like a phobia out there. A lot of people like I don't know, I'm afraid I don't know if the man will change I don't know if the clinical this one that one I don't know, I'm afraid. Like what do you have to say to them? Like these people that is afraid, this fear of getting married, that they are afraid that their marriage will break or they will have issues in marriage. Like what do you
basically I have in my little time, even before I got married, right? I was in a relationship with my husband for about 4 years before we got married. If there is one thing that I have learned, is to learn to trust God.
Learn to trust God.
So the issue with so many of us is that we can trust God for our finances. God bless me. God take over this part of my life. God, you can take over the business part of my life, but you see that relationship part, leave it for me. And that's where we have a lot of issues. I was sharing with somebody, I said, one of the things that has helped me, I usually tell people, there is no like perfect marriage, but if there is something like good marriage, like excellent marriage, my marriage is number one. It's not because maybe we are just starting or something. It is what it is. I know who I married. As in, I know who I married. So one thing I have learned over time is just allow God make the crucial decisions of your life, like choosing a life partner. Allow God make that decision. I used to have the fear of marriage as well, considering the fact that my last relationship was a terrible one. So I used to have, even when I met my husband, I was still in that terrible relationship. So I guess it was his prayer that pulled me out. So I used to have that fear, badwa. So I used to have that fear of marriage, hey, this, that, like fear. Until I met this man. And another thing is, when I was, friends with my husband, and I knew that, okay, maybe something might come up. There is something that I was looking out for. 2 things. Somebody that God can get through to. My husband can come to me and say, babe, I did something and God cautioned me. Like the Holy Spirit cautioned me. Somebody that the Holy Spirit can call his head to Norma and say, Baba, this thing you are doing, you're not doing it right. My husband tells me a lot of things, like I wanted to do something and the Holy Spirit said no. You see those kind of people, don't joke with them. And somebody that loves God.